Hello, my dear learners. A very good morning, everyone. I am Shashank and I welcome you all on English Medium Prep by Exampur. So, students, first of all, very good morning and welcome to the session, everyone. And please confirm your attendance also. Then we are going to start the session. So, then we are going to start the session of today. And today we are going to discuss the states, that is in the part 6, part 2. So, states part 2 that we are going to discuss. Yesterday we discussed state part 1 and today we will be discussing the state part 2. And students, first of all, there is an important information that came yesterday that is about two things. First of all, that official date of announcement of notification of SSC CGL has came and that is going to be announced tomorrow, that is on 17th of the September. And those students who have filled the form of JCA, the city intimation has already been given by Supreme Court of India that it is going to be held in your examination center will be in which city. So that city intimation has been given. So Vijay, good morning and welcome to the session. And before guys I should proceed to the questions, am I properly audible and visible to everyone? So am I properly audible and visible, guys? Then we are going to start it for today, and today we are going to discuss the states part 2. So states part 2, that is the topic of today's discussion that we are going to have. So let's begin the session, guys, and let's start the session of today. That is the states part 2. Okay, let's begin the session, and before I should proceed, everything is perfect, so I should be properly audible and visible to everyone, so that everyone has given the confirmation. Let's begin the session. And here is the first question that is before you, and the question is who is vested with the residuary power in Indian Constitution? So residuary power, good morning Jivitha, residuary power, it is given to which authority in Indian Constitution? Is it given to the president, to the state, to the governor, or to the center? So residuary power, it is vested in whom? So residuary power, guys, it is vested the power to make laws on residuary list, that is given to which authority? Is it given to the president, state, governor, or center? So let's see the correct answer. Vijay is going with option D, that is the center. Okay, Jivitha also is going with option D. So residuary power, it is always in the hand of center. So correct answer will be, guys, option D, it is in the hand of center. And power to make, and first of all residuary list. Residuary list, guys, first of all it is an imaginary list. And those subjects which are not mentioned in any of the three lists, it is deemed to be in residuary list. So residuary, Kashi, Vanakkam and welcome to the session. So first of all, guys, the nature of residuary list, it is imaginary, and those subjects which are not mentioned in any of the three lists, that is deemed to be in residuary list. And power to make law on the matter of residuary list, it is in center. So power to make law on the matter of residuary list, it is given to the center. So center can make the laws on the matter of residuary list, like we have domestic violence, then the Cyber Crimes Act, other than this cyber frauds, and the cases which is related to e-commerce companies, that all comes under residuary list. Therefore correct answer will be option D, that is in the center. So I hope guys you must have understood what is residuary list. Most important is to understand what is residuary list and what is the nature. It is not a physical list like we have union, state or concurrent. It is imaginary list in nature, and those subjects which are not mentioned in any of the three lists, it is deemed to be in the residuary list. So that is the nature of residuary list. Is that clear to all of you guys? Then do tell me. Then I will be moving to the next question. Okay, what type of nature is of residuary list? And it does not exist. In fact, it is imaginary in nature. That is, in Hindi it is called Apvarti Suchi. In Hindi it is called Apvarti Suchi. Clear everyone? Shall I move to the next question? Is that clear? Shall I move to the next question? Okay, so we will be moving to the next question to discuss, and this is all about the residuary list, and it is imaginary in nature. Now come to the next question. Next question, it is very easy, mainly on whose advice the president rule is imposed in the state. So whenever we talk about president rule, this is imposed in the state on recommendation of which authority the question is asking, and your options are Chief Minister, Legislative Assembly, Governor or Chief Justice of the High Court. So president rule is imposed on recommendation of which authority? And your timer has already started guys. You have to answer just within the span of 20 seconds. Let's see the correct answers. Okay, everyone is going with option C, that is the governor. So governor will be the correct answer. Therefore, correct answer will be the governor. And let me check why this thing is being happening. See, the correct answer will be governor. Correct answer will be governor. And if I talk about president rule, that is defined in Article 356, and this is also called president rule or state emergency. What is happening guys? Let me check. So I think the board is not working properly. Then I have to make it correct. One second guys, let me change the stylus of the board. Okay, let me just tell you that this is also called state emergency. This is also called the state emergency. Or also called constitutional emergency. What is happening? There is some problem in this stylus. This is also called constitutional. This is also called constitutional emergency. And it is being imposed by the governor. Imposed by governor when governor is satisfied that state, when the governor is satisfied that state cannot work on the constitutional way. State can't work constitutionally. So then he recommends for the state emergency. Now state emergency provisions. Okay, let me check guys. I think the board is hanging. So after the class I will restart it. Emergency provision, that is in Article 352 to 360 Part 18. Now the question of Vijay. Almost all state cover state emergency, definitely. Not only in those duties which do not have legislative assembly, there you cannot impose. Now emergency is adopted from the Germany. Let me tell you, suspension of fundamental rights during emergency. It is adopted from Germany. Emergency power in hands of center. This is adopted from Government of India Act 1935. So emergency powers in the hands of center, it is adopted from Government of India Act 1935. So Vijay, please check these two things. So suspension of fundamental rights. Good morning Nikita. Suspension of fundamental rights during emergency, that we have adopted from Germany, and emergency powers in the hands of center. That means only center can impose emergency, not the state. That is under Government of India Act 1935. So is that clear to all of you guys? Then please tell me. Then we will be moving to the next question. So Vijay, I hope your concern, your doubt is being sorted out. Is it sorted? So emergency power, suspension of fundamental rights during emergency, that is from the Germany, and emergency powers in the hands of center, that is from Government of India Act 1935. So is it clear to all of you? And this was the concern, because whenever these two things comes, generally the student becomes confused. So whenever it has suspension of fundamental rights from during emergency, that is from Germany, that is from the Weimar Constitution, and emergency powers in the hands of center, that is from Government of India Act 1935. And emergency, it is in part 18 from article 352 to 360. And the legislative assembly gets suspended during the time of state emergency. Legislative assembly gets suspended during the time of the state emergency. Therefore, correct answer will be what? It will be option C, that is the governor, and Chief Justice of High Court has nothing to do with the state emergency, because there is separation of executive from judiciary. Legislature, judiciary and executive, all these are three independent authorities. Therefore, correct answer will be option C. Now, come to the next question. According to which article of the Indian Constitution, national emergency can be declared by President of India? So through which article of the Indian Constitution national emergency can be declared? Is it through 352, 370, 356 or 360? So that's an easy question for all of you. Let's see how many of you can answer it properly. Okay, let's see. Nikita, option A. Vijay is also saying option A. What about others? So, okay, Jivitha is also saying option A. So, many students, they are going with option A, and option A is obviously the correct answer. That is 352. That is called national emergency, and national emergency, it is imposed on three grounds. One is war, external aggression, and armed rebellion. War, external aggression and armed rebellion. So that is national emergency, and it has imposed. Oh, what is happening, guys? So there is some problem in the smart board, in fact. So it is imposed 3 times in 1962, Indochina, then 1971, Indo-Pak War, and 3 1975 on ground of internal disturbance. On ground of internal disturbance. So on ground of internal disturbance, that was being imposed in 1975. Now come to the next. Next is Article 370. Now it is defunct article, special provision to JNK. Special provision to JNK, it was, oh guys, there is some problem in the board. I cannot start smart board, restart smart board. Special provision to JNK earlier, now it is defunct. Now it is of no use. 356 state emergency that we have discussed. State emergency that we have discussed, and 360 that is of the financial emergency. Hmm. 360 financial emergency. So correct answer will be, guys, option A, that is Article 352, national emergency. 3 condition, war, external aggression, armed rebellion, and it has imposed 3 times. 1962 Indochina, 1971 Indo-Pak, on 1975 on ground of internal disturbance by Mrs. Indira Gandhi. Therefore, correct answer will be option A. Now, come to the next question. How many times financial emergency has been imposed? How many times financial emergency has been imposed? Declared India so far. So the next question is for how many times financial emergency has been declared so far? And your options are 5 times, 4 times, once, never. So how many times financial emergency has been imposed in India, guys? Okay, Pragati is saying option D. So today's smart board is thinking, I am thinking it's hanged in fact. So after the session, I will restart it. Okay, let's see the correct answer. Financial emergency that has not been declared any time. So that is under Article 360, and it is being recommended by the President. It is being recommended by President when the financial condition of India is under threat. When the financial condition of India is under threat, and it has been imposed never. So it is being imposed never, and it is recommended by President. So President can recommend for the financial emergency. Recently Sri Lanka declared also financial emergency, but it is said that now they are enjoying the things because they have won Asia Cup in fact after defeating Pakistan. So number of times financial emergency has been declared, that is none, that is 0. It is not being declared till now in India. It is not being declared till now in India. Therefore, correct answer will be option D, that is it is declared never. During the time of COVID, that was around 2020-21, it was being apprehended that President may declare financial emergency because everything was down, because every economic activity was down, and then it was news coming, the apprehension was coming कि president may declare financial emergency, but it was not being declared, and slowly India came out from the condition of recession. So India was about to enter in the condition of stagflation, that is slow economic growth plus high rate of unemployment. So India was about to enter in the condition of stagflation during the time of COVID, and once there was complete lockdown in the country, growth became slow and there was an unemployment raised. Therefore, at that point of time it was being said, but due to the God forbids this type of thing, that does not comes in India. So that was not being declared in fact. Now we will be going to the next question. Okay. Now this is a very good question. I will give you 1-2 questions in every session. That will be a very standard one, so that you can check your concept at the you can check yourself at the conceptual level as well, whether you are going on the right direction or some extra thing is or some extra effort is needed. Now the question before you is which of the following matters of the State Public Service Commission is not consulted? In which of the following matters State Public Service Commission SPSC is not consulted? One of the method of recruitment of civil services on principle to be followed in making appointments to the civil services, on the principle to be followed in making promotions in the civil services, transfer from one services to another, on making transfer of the civil servants. So on which matter State Public Service Commission is not consulted? We are talking about State Public Service Commission, guys. State Public Service Commission, SPSC. We are not talking about UPSC. So before answering anything, please, and this is not a such a thing that requires the special knowledge. If you used to read newspaper regularly, you must have heard that this much of IAS officers, this much of PCS officers, they have been transferred from one place to another. So the transfer, okay, let's see the correct answer. Okay, BBBA. Guys, without SPSC recommendation, how a civil servant can be introduced in the service? Because SPSC takes the exam of the civil servants at the state level. Through SPSC, you can become SDM, you can become DSP in your respective states. So my dear students, the correct answer will be what? It will be option D. It will be option D on making transfer of the civil servants. Transfer of the civil servant, that is directly under the discretion of state government. So that is under the discretion of state government. That is under the discretion of state government. So that is under the discretion of the state government. That is under the discretion of state government. Clear everyone? So on method of recruitment of the civil services at the state level, they are recruited through SPSC, State Public Service Commission. That is in part 14, services under center and state. So sir, that is under services under center and state. Services under center and state. So transfer of the civil servants, that is did on the discretion of the state government. Therefore you must have seen some of the officers, they are regularly being transferred from one department to another department on recommendation of the state government. You must have seen, in fact, all India service officer, that includes IAS, IPS in the state, they are also being transferred from one district to another district. You must have heard in the news of your respective state, okay, this much of IAS officers has been transferred, and this is all did by the state government. So state government may transfer the officer, but of state services as well as of the all India service, especially Indian Foreign Service or Indian Administrative Services and Police Services. Sir, any principle made by central government, please option 2. On the principle to be followed by appointment to the civil services. That is, any principle is made by central government. No. For UPSC, that is for the central government. Reason is this, guys, ki UPSC only declares the names and rank of the candidate, and the service allocation that is did by Ministry of Public Grievance, Personal and Pension. So that is by DOPT. So DOPT allocates the service. Therefore, allocation of the service list comes after the result. It is not like that if you are just rank 10, it may happen that according to DOPT you are suitable for Indian Foreign Service rather than going to Indian Police Services or Indian Administrative Services. So that is did by DOPT according to the nature of your choice that is being given. And the principle to be followed in the appointments of the civil services at the state level, that is did by the State Public Service Commission. Then that is also incorrect. What it is written? On the principle of the appointment making for the civil servants. So on the principles to be followed in making appointment of the civil services not only include all India services, this also include the state services also. Civil services that is given by center, also by state. So it is, this civil services is for the states like SDM, DSP, this type of post. Clear? Like SDM, DSP. The second statement is not wrong because we are talking for the State Public Service Commission. Once you will see the result of the State Public Service Commission, what you will find कि the allocation of post is also did. नहीं अरे बॉडी हैंग कर रहा है हाँ ठीक है okay. So guys, that was all about ki how to introduce the what should be the parameter for appointment of the civil services at the state level, that is did by the State Public Service Commission. But in UPSC, guys, this thing becomes different. UPSC gives the rank list and the service allocation is did by DOPT, but in the state that is being followed differently. Therefore, correct answer will be option D, on making transfer of the civil servants, that is only did by the state government. State government is only allowed to transfer the civil servants from one place to another place. I hope it is clear to all of you guys. So, transfer you must have read in the newspaper that this much of IS they have transferred from this department to this department, this much of district magistrates they are transferred from one to another place. So, that totally depends upon the state government. Some are being sent on the center deputation, some are being holded for their position. So this type of decision, that is all did by the state government. Okay. Now the question is from the UPSC. Let's check if the question is from the UPSC. Ki Union Public Service Commission submit the annual report to whom? So UPSC submits the annual report to whom? Is it to the Prime Minister, President, Speaker, or Home Minister? To whom UPSC submits the report? Okay, very good, Nikita. So yes, correct answer. Okay, Vijay is also saying option B, Pragati is also saying option B. So option B is also the correct answer, that is the President of India. And who is the chairman of UPSC? Chairman of UPSC, who is chairman of UPSC? Who is the chairman of UPSC? UPSC submits annual report to the President of India. Who is the chairman? Who is the chairman of UPSC, guys? Do you know his name? Recently appointed. Okay, Manoj Soni. So yes, that is Dr. Manoj Soni. Six years of service. or 65 years of age, whichever comes earlier. Whichever comes earlier. So correct answer will be option C, and UPSC comes under which ministry? That is Ministry of Public Grievance, Pension and Public Grievance Pension. So that is the DOPT, that is Department of Personnel and Training, Ministry of Lok Shikayat, Karmik Vibhag and Pension Mantralay. So Public Grievance, Pension, and there is one more, so that is called Lok Shikayat Karmik Vibhag, that is the Public Grievance Pension, and one is, it is called in Hindi Lok Shikayat Karmik Vibhag or Pension. That is called Lok Shikayat Karmik Vibhag or Pension Mantralay. And that is called Ministry of Public Grievance, Pension and Personal. Okay, yes. So that is in Article 312 to 300, that is not in Part 14, 315 to 323. So that is the President of India, that is in Part 14. Part 14, that is services under center and state. So correct answer will be, guys, option B, that is the President of India. So I hope this much of things is clear to everyone, because today the board is not performing up to the mark. So after the session will be over, in the next session the board will not create any type of problem. So we will restart the whole system, then it will be all right. Now guys, is there any problem till now? Now, do you have any problem till now? If there is any problem, then feel free to ask also. If you have any problem till now, don't hesitate, and there is any problem, then feel free to ask as well. Any doubt to anyone, guys? Any doubt to anyone? No. Very less chance. Very less chance. And that can be a rarest of the rare category, but cannot be practically possible. SSC officer then gets elevated in UPSC. Rarest of the rare chances. Rarest, because if you join the services at the age of 20, then you have the 40 years of the service. So at last you may get the rank of the civil services of civil servant, or that is of the UPSC rank officer. But it is the very rarest case. Very rarest case. In income tax also, if you want to become an IRS officer, then minimum 35 years of services is needed. So at the last of your service, you may get that rank of IRS. You may, but it is very difficult, because the length of the duration, the length of the promotion is very much long. Length of the promotion is long. So it is a rarest chance, but I cannot deny you cannot become. In fact, I cannot deny this fact. If you become a civil servant or a SSC officer just at the age of 20 years, then the chances are high. And if you become a civil servant at the age of 21 years, in fact, then there is a chances high to become the Cabinet Secretary of India also. So at the age of 22, 23, if you become a civil servant or an IAS officer, then the chances of the becoming Cabinet Secretary is high, if you have a good coordination with the government at that point of time. So that depends upon different ministries. So that depends upon ministry to ministry, that varies. Although the examination is there, but departmental examination happens, but it takes time, because you have to fulfill many conditions other than educational one. You have to fulfill the service condition also, and many such conditions are there for the departmental exam to appear. But I cannot deny this fact that SSC officer cannot become the UPSC officer through promotion. But it takes time. It takes good amount of time. Not very easy, it takes good amount of time. Now guys, come to the next question. What is the lower age what is the lower age? What is the lower age limit to vote in the union and state legislature that was reduced from 21 to 18 years? So through which amendment act the lower age was being reduced? Lower age was being reduced. That is right to vote that was being reduced. Now this was implemented in 1989, Nikita. So the amendment is of 1988, implemented in 1989. So that is right to vote. That is defined in Article 326 and it is a legal right in nature, and it was through 61st Amendment Act 1988 implemented in 1989. Implemented in 1989. That is RTV, that is right to vote, and it is a legal right in nature. So right to vote, it is not a fundamental right, guys, it is a legal right in nature. It is a legal right in nature. So correct answer will be what? It will be option C. Option C, since it was implemented in year 1989. For example, Panchayati Raj system. Panchayati Raj system, the 72 Amendment Act that was passed in 1992, but it was implemented from 24th April 1993. So what we write? 72nd Amendment Act 1992, implemented in 1993. So in 1989 it was implemented. I hope it is clear what is the difference in 1988, 1989. That is the year of implementation that we have, like in Panchayati Raj. 72वां संविधान संशोधन 1992, लेकिन implement हुआ 1993 24 अप्रैल को. So that should be the year of implementation is 1989. I hope it is clear to all of you and the concern of the things that has been resolved. So we will acknowledge the year in which it was being passed, not in which it was being implemented. Therefore, correct answer will be option C, that is 61st Amendment Act 1988 implemented in 1989. I hope it is clear to all of you, Nikita, everyone, that should be clear. Now we will be moving to the next question and we'll see what next question is for us. Okay, National Voters Day is celebrated on. So on which day you celebrate National Voters Day? National Voter Day, it is celebrated on which date? Is it on 15th January, 25th January, 17th January, 22nd January? National Voter Day. Okay, let's see the correct answer of National Voter Day. National Voter Day is celebrated on 25th of the January and it is the day on which Election Commission of India what is happening? In fact, Election Commission of India was established 25th January 1950. 25th January 1950. Therefore, it is celebrated as National Voters Day. National Voters Day. National Voters Day. So correct answer will be option B, that is 25th January, because the Election Commission of India, it was established, and Election Commission of India is 3-member body. Is 3-member body. And what about State Election Commission? What about, guys, State Election Commission? Can you tell me in which article State Election Commission is? 15th January, that is the Army Day. First chairman, that was Sukumar. First, not chairman, guys. No, no, no. He was the first chief election commissioner, first CEC. First CEC, that was Sukumar Sen. He was not first chairman. He was the first chief election commissioner, first CEC. Article 243K that discusses with the State Election Commission, and it is a one-member body. And it is in Part 9. It is in Part 9. And it is a one-member body who is nominated by the governor, who is appointed by governor. So, correct answer will be option B, that is, it is 25th of the January 1950. Now, come to a easy question. Indian Constitution can be amended through which article? So, through which article you can amend the Constitution of India? So, through which article you can amend the Constitution of the India? Article 243I, that is of the State Finance Commission. So, Election Commission, that is the Indian Constitution can be amended through which of the following article? Indian Constitution can be amended through which of the following article? Okay, let's see the correct answer. So, option A, okay, part 20, everyone is going with option A. Okay guys, so Chantharu, everyone, option A, Kashi, Pragati, so that is option A, and it is in part 20. Part 20, and it is adopted from which country? Adopted from which country, guys? It is adopted from South Africa. Very good. So it is adopted from South Africa. Adopted from South Africa. So correct answer will be option A, that is article 368, that is part 20. Article 368, that is adopted from South Africa. Now guys, let me tell you about our Exampur official app. So the students who are watching the session, I will request every one of you to please download our official Exampur app. What features you are getting? Why to download this app? So you will be finding the live paid courses along with the test series. And this is only paid thing. Rest of the thing, free subject wise, topic wise quizzes with the report card that you will be getting free. The name itself is written, job alert, admit card and exam date, that is also without any charge. All exam previous year PDF with solution, that is also free. That is also free. Then we are about to start All India Scholarship Test. Then topic wise free live classes, that is going to start very soon. Then free full length and sectional test with the report card, that is also free. It is written free exam wise PDF and practice set. Daily, weekly and monthly current affairs you will be getting without any charge, and unlimited subscription wise practice question. So these are all the things that you will be getting in the Exampur official app without any charge. You don't have to pay anything for it. Now next is how to download this app, guys. It's very simple to download. First of all, you have to go to Google Play Store. There you have to search Exampur. Once you will search Exampur, the screen will appear like this, Exampur Sarkari Naukri Prep. Then you have to install this app. Once you are installing it for the first time, it will ask you to register. And there is a small window that will open before you, in which you have to fill basic details of yours, and then you have to click on then you have to take the checkbox and you have to click on register. Once you will register, guys, the app will get registered and you can use all the facilities which is being provided without any charge other than paid courses. All the things are free other than paid courses, and paid courses, the price is being kept very nominal. Now come to the next question कि which of the following cannot be dissolved but can be abolished? Which of the following out of this cannot be dissolved but can be abolished? Is it Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, State Legislative Assembly, State Legislative Councils? So which cannot be dissolved but can be abolished? Which cannot be dissolved but can be abolished? Which cannot be dissolved, guys, but can be abolished? Okay, so Vijay is going with option D, which cannot be dissolved but can be abolished. Okay, let's see the correct answer. That is State Legislative Council. That is in Article 169. It can be abolished. It can be abolished. So that is in Legislative Council. So that is in Legislative Council. It can be abolished by Parliament on it can be abolished by Parliament on recommendation of State Legislative Assembly. So it can be abolished by Parliament on recommendation of State Legislative Assembly. On recommendation of State Legislative Assembly. So correct answer will be option D. Correct answer will be option D. And Legislative Assemblies, that is in Article 170. Lok Sabha, that is Article 81. Rajya Sabha, Article 80. What is happening, guys? Article 80. So correct answer will be option D. Now come to the next question कि which of the following has maximum number of members in State Legislative Assembly? So out of these 4 states, in which state of India you will find maximum number of members in State Legislative Assembly? Sorry, State Legislative Assembly. Yes. So State Legislative Assembly, which state has maximum number of members in State Legislative Assembly? Madhya Pradesh, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu, Uttar Pradesh. Okay, very good, Kashi, very good. So yes, that is Uttar Pradesh. So we have 403 seats, in fact. 403 seats in Legislative Assembly. And 100 seats in Legislative Council. 100 seats in Legislative Council. So correct answer will be option D, that is Uttar Pradesh. 403 seats in the State Legislative Assembly and 100 seats in the Legislative Council. So today the board is disturbing, not supporting us. So after the session, I will try to resolve this thing. Now, how long a minister can continue without being elected for the State Legislative Assembly? So, 80 for Lok Sabha, 80 for Lok Sabha, 81 for Rajya Sabha, or 80 for not for Lok Sabha. 79, that is the composition of composition of Parliament. 80 Rajya Sabha, 81 Lok Sabha. Kashi. 79, it is the composition of Parliament. Then we have 80 for Rajya Sabha, 81 for Lok Sabha. Okay, so next question we have कि how long a minister can continue without being elected for the State Legislative Assembly? So if a member is not elected for the state legislative assembly, for how many time he can continue? Is it 1 year, 6 months, 3 months, or 3 months or 3 years? If a person is not the member of any house of the state legislature, can continue for the next 6 months. So within 6 months he has to take the membership. So within 6 months has to take the membership of any house of state legislature. Any house of the state legislature, otherwise membership will be cancelled. Otherwise membership will be cancelled. So that happened in West Bengal also, that happened in West Bengal also. Therefore correct answer will be option B, that is 6 months. Otherwise ministership will be cancelled, not the membership. Let me correct it, it will be ministership. Otherwise ministership will be cancelled. So correct answer will be option, that is B, and that happened in West Bengal also, and this was about to happen in Maharashtra when Uddhav Thackeray was the chief minister. Now if the speaker of the legislative assembly wishes to resign, to whom he will give the resignation? So if the speaker of the legislative assembly wishes to resign, to whom he will give the resignation letter? Is it to the chief minister, governor, deputy speaker, or president? Very easy question. If speaker wishes to resign, to whom he will give the resignation letter? To whom he will give the resignation letter if speaker wishes to resign? Okay, that's a very simple question, that is option C. So speaker wishes to resign, then he will give the resignation to the deputy speaker, and deputy speaker wishes to resign. Speaker wishes to resign, then he will give the resignation to the speaker. Therefore correct answer will be option C, that is deputy speaker. Now come to the next question, and this is the head of the state, that is in part 6. So that was the thing. Who is the constitutional head of the state? The head of the state, it is mentioned, that is of the part 6. Who is the constitutional head of the state? Who is the constitutional head of the state? Who is the constitutional head of the state? And that state which is in part 6, not part 3 and part 4 wala state. So who is the constitutional head of the state? That is none other than the governor. So none other than the governor who is the constitutional head of the state, and head of state government, that is the chief minister. Head of the state government, that is of the chief minister. So dear students, with this we come to the end of our today's session, and official notification of SSC CGL is going to come tomorrow. So we will be taking a detailed session on every aspect of the notification of SSC CGL. So students, with this we come up with the end of our today's session, and I hope you must have found the session interesting and informative. So don't forget to like and share the session as well as subscribe to our English Medium Prep by Exampur. So that's all for the day. Let's catch up again sharp at 5 p.m. on a mixed question series. So that's all for the day. Bye bye everyone, and let's again meet at 5.